Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirosho here, and now, before we do begin, let me go ahead and give a brief little review. In the last part, we had a number of events happening. Now, Deku, he was trying to track down a serial killer. In No Man's Land, there are no rules, no law, only gangs of people looking out for each other. And right now, Deku has spent the last month tracking down a serial killer. This man, he is vile. He will abduct people, and he will harm them. He'll cover their face in a mask. He'll inject them with some sort of ability. Right now, Deku isn't too sure. He needs to do chemical analysis about what it is. But fact of the matter is, Helena, she was captured by the man. When the two were impersonating a couple making their way to a survivor camp, they found the man. They tried tracking him down. They had to split up and they encountered the Dollatrons. Now, Deku was forced to use Venom whenever Helena, she was in danger. If Deku didn't use it, he would have had to fight a massive, bulky dude, almost the size of Bane, without Venom. Fact of the matter is, though, these things don't react to pain. You can knock them down, they get back up. And they are quite literally almost like robots. They don't scream, they don't roar out in pain. They listen to that man. When Deku managed to break into the room where Helena was being operated on, she was quite manic and frantic. Deku was able to get her out and take her back to Arkham, where she mentioned that she needed some time alone. Deku knows her wounds need to heal, but with what he saw that man did to those people, it actually stirred something in Deku. Men, women, and potentially children are in danger of this man. He does these things to people. And from the mental picture he's painting of this guy, he does not have any regard for human life. Whenever he was studying him in a natural environment, the man was focused on what people were doing, the way they were moving. He watched them gobble down their fellow man with a smile on his face. Right now, he has re-equipped himself with some brand new gear thanks to a supply drop from the Bat plane. And he does mean to go out and end this. However, Catwoman, she has stopped Batman. He was riding down the road, and she expressed one very simple thing. She needs his help. Right now, Deku, he does sit there on his bike, informing her. He has a lot he has to deal with right now. He has a lead on a serial killer. A man who has been harming quite a lot of people in Gotham and is someone that needs to be taken out. If they're no longer doing what they're doing, they can save a lot of lives. You don't understand. Listen, kids are involved in this. I'm not a good person, but kids are at stake here. Let's see. Hold on. Hop on. Her confused. Right now, her landing and going to walk over to the bike, climbing on, as he does look down at the tracking device mounted to the bike, before he does a turn and drive down the road. Right now, him pulling them into an underpass where they can get a little bit more of a private conversation not with many prying eyes. Out on the street will cause quite a bit of problems. And that is where he does to get off the bike, right now turning and leaning against the concrete wall. Her leaning forwards and checking for a key. Him holding it up, expressing, won't be that easy. Listen, I need your help on this. I can't do this alone. I know the feeling. I've been a little swamped with Gotham. There's all sorts of lunatics running around. And I've been up for days on end sometimes. You've been up for days? Really? I find that hard to believe. My record so far is about almost 83 hours. Right now, you need to talk. My time is valuable and you said kids are involved. That's what you have my time of day. Sorry. There's a settlement not too far away. I was casing it, looking out for it. And I've been helping the people there take care of some kids. They're scared. Black Mask, he's after a lot of people who can produce power. Some of those kids have quirks like that. 2 twins. One of them went missing. I don't know where he is. I was begged by his mother to find him. The settlement. Where is it? From here. Why? Is it northeast? Yes. Shit. Why? What's going on? I'm tracking this guy, and it does appear that he may have been making his way towards you. This guy is crazy. If what you're saying is true, right now we can't waste a lot of time. Him stepping forwards and hopping back on the bike, turning it on, and they do to speed off. Her asking questions, and he does go to express. There's a killer out in Gotham. He will mutilate people and even try to turn them into some sort of robotic automatons. They're not too sure on the details, but from what he does understand, a quirk might be involved. These people become zombie-like, but they're strong. They're fast, they don't feel pain, and from his analysis, he can't figure out who they used to be. The mask on their face, they come off, but so does every part of the face. It's part of them now. And she does it a wince, gripping a bit tighter on his shoulders, asking if he's sure this guy might have taken him, and she can't waste time on this. This guy just had a lot of his dolls taken out. Right now, I've been tracking him, looking at him throughout the day. Exactly where on this map, him holding it back towards her, slowing down and turning to check the corner. Right now, him looking the other way and turning to her. Where on this map are they? They're her tapping and zooming out. About right there. He was moving that direction earlier today. About an hour or two ago, before I got my drop. Listen, this is going to be a difficult question. Did anyone else go missing? A few people went out to search. Why? Because that's an important question. Now, right here, this is where we gotta go. And it's about 2 blocks from here, it looks. If we're lucky, kid's still alive. Turning back and driving. Him going to try and speed off as fast as this electric bike can move. And she is grateful. Right now, they do to pull up to a building 2 buildings away. Right now, him stashing in the alleyway as she's a fly up into the air. Him turning and whistling for her as she's a turn back. Him throwing something up at her that she does to catch. Taking the earpiece, looking at it, and flying up quickly. Right now, him going to hear her. Expressing. He's going to move around front. If she can get any details, that would be good. Her talking about how she'll check it out. But what should she expect of this guy? Crazy doctor. Ugh. Not good. Right. Him going to make his way around the building and go to move in. And whenever he does go to find the door, he does go to pull out his lockpicking kit and go to pick the lock. Him jamming it in and beginning to turn it around. Finding that it's a cheap bolt before he does to pop it quickly and go to wait. The sound wasn't too loud. Right, if he's lucky, that made a distraction. Okay, right now I'm moving away. Tell me what you see. Him fading into the shadows and attempting to do what he can without his cloak. Right now, he does it to hide behind a dumpster and go to bring his hand down, grabbing a rock. Nedre expressing. Right now, her on top of the building that she doesn't really see too much. There's a window, but I mean, it doesn't look too good. Right. Deku turning his head when he does see a Dollatron step out of the room. And right now, with bleeding wounds, he can tell that this one was freshly made. Him chucking a rock as it is a crash down and ding against the garbage lid. The thing whirling around and stepping forward. And Batman, he does go to stare at the creature. These things aren't exactly completely human. Would regular attacks work against them? If he did, mess with them. No, these are freshly created. They're not exactly perfect. Whatever his quirk did, right. He'll have to go for an attack on their nervous system. Shut them down. And he does a get up, making his way forwards and slamming his hand down as hard as he can on the back of their neck. Him throwing his hand out and smashing them somewhere in the middle. And the creature, it does go to come down. Right now, him bending down and checking their pulse. Their pulse is weird, but it is there, turning and making his way into the building. As he does begin to hear a noise. And what will once be known but transcendence of your form? And what will you do? What will you say? Mothers will let you play. The song being sung. And he does it a move towards the edge of the wall. Right now, him leaning out and hearing Nedre express. She can hear that crazy bastard talking. He's doing something. Right now, him expressing. He's inside. What's he doing? I'm trying to find a better window. No. He's doing something to someone. Is it the guy? No, I don't think so. It's someone else. A woman. She's... Oh God. What? He's making a game out of it. I'm moving in. Him going to quickly make his way through the building. Right now, him looking for the door and seeing it at the end. And this is where Nijire does express. There's two of those things in there with him. What should she do? Just cause a distraction. If I can move in, I can rescue her. But what about I haven't checked? He still might be here. Right now, I need your help. Got it. Her blasting a hole through the roof. And when the doctor does go to scream out and look up, Batman does come bursting through the door. Right now, him turning and going to rush forwards. Right now, him throwing a battering out and smashing into the body of one of the Dolatrons. It going to be blasted away by the explosion, flying backwards and crashing onto the ground. And Batman does a turn. Him turning and throwing another battering. It flying through the air and electrocuting the other Dolatron. Him turning back to the woman who she is in some sort of dazed state. And he does turn to look at an IV that is dripping into her bloodstream. Him turning and seeing that the doctor does hold a needle of the strange compound. Turning as the doctor does rush Batman with a blade and the needle. And Izuku, he is temporarily overpowered. The doctor, he does get a swing at Deku. Him backing away and dodging it, throwing in a right fist and smashing it up into the man's armpit. The man jabbing out with the needle that Deku, he does go to back away and evade, though his foot does a slip on something. Him making his way backwards to the ground as the doctor does nearly collapse on top of him. And when that does happen, there is where the doctor, he does a scramble up. Him bringing down his left hand and going to batter down this blade, this butcher's knife, down into Deku. And Deku does bring up his arms to defend. The man slashing out at his gauntlets. And he does roar out, "He's interrupting the process. They need to be perfect. He will make them all perfect." Before someone does go to blast the pig in the back. Right now, the man roaring out in pain as he doesn't fall to the side. Deku bringing his hand down and going to check the man is still alive. Good. Bring his right hand back and smash him across the face to knock him out. And he does a turn. Right now, inspecting the woman to see that she's still alive, before pulling the IV out of her arm and expressing, right, beginning to undo her restraints. They need to get her checked out. She looks fine, but the process hasn't started yet. Turning to see that she has already ran out the room. And he does understand. Right now, laying the woman down and looking around, grabbing a sheet that is in the room and laying it over her body, covering her just in case they can't find anything for her. And he does a turn, making his way over to a room that is covered with a heavy padlock. And when she started smashing on the door asking if he's in there, if he's okay, come on, they know his mother. Shit. I'm gonna blast it. Don't. What? Don't. Him gonna walk over, handing her a key that she does use to unlock it. And when the door is thrown open, she does go to look around. Adrian. Her rushing over and grabbing the kid. And whenever Deku does look inside, he does go to see quite a few people. Right now, it's concerning. Some of them are wounded. Some are younger. And some of them are dead. I mean, hell. That guy over there has been dead for a while. That guy is injured. That's not good. But what's worse is that there's 3 children here. He would have done it without a second thought, wouldn't he? Someone turning and expressing, "It's Batman!" Everyone turning to look at him as he does gonna look around the room. "It's alright. You're safe now." Him stepping in. How to comfort someone who's gone through something traumatic. Yeah, this is going to be a lot harder than he thought. Him walking over and bending down, telling Nedre, right now they should probably get him back home to his parents. All of them are going home. Do they know where that is? One of the kids bolting forwards and hugging him. And Deku does get a flinch. Him staring at the kid who does start to cry. And express. They knew he was a hero. They knew he was coming to help them. They knew he'd help. He's a good guy. They knew. No one believed him. They thought he was a crazy guy who beats up criminals. He's a hero. And Deku does slowly turn his head to Nedre. And she does go to grin at him. Him reaching down to his belt and going to pull out what he can. Rhino holding up 3 lollipops, telling them, "Here, this should help them relax a bit more. It's for each of them. It's kind of the last thing he does have right now, but it should help." Them each taking one. And whenever he does gonna hand it out, Nedre does go to pull away. Rhino watching the 3 argue about the flavors that each of them want. Right now, him pulling them up and navigating them out of the room with the adults. And they do each go to enjoy the treat they were given. And Nedre does get a turn. Really? It's a mental tactic. It helps distract their mind. Also, there's a mild sedative. I'm sorry, what? Mild. It'll help ease their nerves, relax them. Natural compounds, nothing excessive. They're also chock full of sugar and flavor. Distract a kid from this. Helps occupy their mind. It helps their mentality. Besides, it helps cushion the blow. I'm not sure that's how it works. If you don't make jokes about it or don't try to make light of a situation, it will become dramatic very quickly. Besides, those kids have experienced enough trauma in their lives. It's good that they're arguing. Right now, they need that. You're not a bad guy. I try not to be. Her stepping forwards, getting into his personal space. She knew that the chase was fun, but exactly why does he do this? I mean, it's a different thing. Actually, maybe they should talk about this later. Get them back to their home. Come on. Her grabbing him by his arm and dragging him out. And he does go to walk them back. And over people, they do go to see some of their loved ones. They are quite happy. Though the strangers, they do talk about their situation. They weren't really a part of a group. And these people are happy to take them in. Right now, one more mouth to feed isn't that bad. And if they can help out around the camp, that's better. Though they do turn to Catwoman, and Batman. Right now, some people staring at him. And he does a step forwards and inform all of them. The GCPD has power, ammunition, and food. It's safer there. They have children there. And they have guns. Thanks for the offer. But we're better off here. It's too dangerous out there. I understand. But it's dangerous here. That man, did he come into your camp? He did. Then you should know. It's safer that way. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just giving you the information. You should think about the safety of your child. You're right. But it's going to be a long journey. I understand. Right now, just know, I'd be willing to guide you. Appreciate the offer. I can send some of my people this way, even get a former pro. Right now, they're acting as vigilantes, some of them. If that would make you feel better. That would make me feel a lot better, yes. It would probably be best to be guided by them. Agreed. Thank you. It was all her. Though, mutual interest. Right now, I've got to go back and arrest that guy. I'm going to leave. Before Nejire does a turn, reaching out and grabbing him by the arm, expressing, hold on a sec. Him turning and glaring at her. The Midoriya Industries Tower. Midnight. Come alone. Alright. Her nodding, allowing him to leave and making her way over to talk with somebody. And he does it slowly just turn. Him watching a woman yell at her kid for what stupid thing he did. And then hugging him because she's glad she didn't lose him. And the sight, it feels tender. It feels nice to see. People have people in their lives to care for them, care about them. It's good. Right. Him going to make his way back over to arrest Professor Pig. And when he does gonna make his way over to Gotham Precinct. Right now the man being thrown behind bars, and Gordon does gonna ask questions about this guy. To which Deku does tell him about the notorious serial killer. The art pieces people have been seeing pop up around Gotham, he is responsible for. And that, with dawning horror, is what does make Jim Gordon consider walking in there and blasting the guy's head off. But he doesn't. With a heavy heart, he does not do that. Even though it might be the simplest damn way to get rid of these freaks. These fucking psychos. Now, that does mean quite a bit. Deku does gotta leave. Though the heroes, they do try to stop him. Asking if he'd like to help them deal with Black Mask. They're still making a bit of a plan. Going over a few things, seeing how it might go. I mean, where's his cowl? Was a little busy tonight. Dealing with a few things. Black Mask definitely needs to be the next step. Though, I'm not sure if it's just right now. We haven't taken over enough of the island yet to consider going after him. Along with that, I need to contact Mr. Midoriya. See about the next supply drop. And see if the government has changed their opinion about Gotham. I'm not sure. Those assholes won't change a fucking thing. Hell, I'm pretty sure they let the city burn. Maybe. Then again, Gotham's making good headway. Fact is, I'm sure full military force and even full pro force might help us out. Quite a bit. You think that they can get the top 10 in here? They got Mirako, didn't they? Mirako is an exception. Yeah. She's a junkie, I get it. Though, right now we're talking about the rule of law. Fact is, if we can get any one of them in here, even Endeavor, that would mean quite a bit. You're right. Though, I'm sure that might take much convincing. Them, along with the military, it would be a bit. But Gotham could get back on its feet. I'll try to deliver what message I can. Good. Hopefully by then we can go back home. I need a goddamn shower. I feel just dirty everywhere. I know. I'm leaving. I have an appointment. Him checking his cowl. And seeing that the time, it's late. But he should have time. Should he go? Or try to run back home and get some sleep? He lives in a dingy hole in the ground. It's got a toilet, a bucket, and a crate of food. Right. Though this might be important. Nedre Hata was a former pro, disgraced. Then she became a notorious vigilante thief. Apparently, she has a soft spot for children. And she isn't completely terrible. Bad? Well, that's a low bar in Gotham. You might as well be limbo dancing with the devil. And, well, here you are all the way at rock bottom. Seeing how far you can fucking go. Right. Decent person. That's the benchmark. She shows humanity. Kindness. Hello? Anyone home? Sorry. I gotta go. I think you need some sleep, man. Maybe. Him turning to leave. Right now, heading out. He should have enough time to grab a cowl. Maybe actually play the part of Batman. He wanted the guy to know he was coming after him. But things took a different turn. Maybe it was for the best. No. Is it because of what happened, or is it because of the venom? He hasn't been doing much with the venom yet. He can't blame this aggression on it. The man's a psychopath. He kills, hurts, and eats people. Not just that, he's deranged. So far, from the evidence he's gathered, he's been responsible for the reported death of 70 people. And that's if all the evidence is correct. These Dolatrons, they might still be out there running around Gotham. They need to take care of them. But then there's Black Mask. A new big threat. He doesn't have any concrete evidence just yet, but there is a high possibility that Black Mask may be blackmailing, if not paying off, some politicians. That's one of the only likelihoods you can see as to why politicians aren't allowing any response in Gotham. Maybe even members of the Hero Committee. That's a decent idea, a decent theory. May need some more workshopping, but it does make sense why the response time is 0, why heroes were forced to pull out. But the lawlessness and all the chaos, hmm, too many variables to quickly calculate. He'll need to sit down for more in-depth analysis. Right. If politicians have been paid off, Black Mask has money in offshore accounts. Seizing those assets shouldn't be that hard. If they're in shipping companies, he'll buy the companies and bankrupt them. No, that's too suspicious. He could falsify documentation. Maybe. He needs to find a way to seize those assets properly. If he can seize them. Actually, wait a second. Going after them directly would be a bad option. He can't just throw himself through their windows and punch them in the face, telling them to give up. Would immobilize pros. Number one, that would leave Gotham undefended from crime. The hero is already overtaxed and overworked. The GCPD, they're doing their own thing. Fact of the matter is, there's multiple problems with that. How many assets would have to move? If he did run around in another city punching the politicians, scaring them, enacting fear in them for what they're doing for working with Black Mask, he had to discover who they are, track that money, trace it, find it, and hunt them down. Though it could be seen as some sort of strange stunt. He's still a vigilante in the outside world, not in No Man's Land. In No Man's Land, he's still a survivor. No, in Gotham, he's still a survivor. A child wasn't afraid of him tonight. That thought giving Deku a little bit of pause mentally. Physically, he is still moving, from building to building, from rooftop to rooftop. He wants to strike fear into the hearts of criminals, but he's seen the way certain civilians do look at him. But a child clung to him for dear life, crying, whimpering, blubbering, because they were more scared of something than they were of him. He was there to save them, not harm them. And that, it makes him angry. He wants to be the scariest thing in Gotham. Having people fear him isn't his ideal point. But the idea that he's scary, but they clung to him and cried with relief. He doesn't like how his mind feels about that. And again, he might need to push that aside. Him going to turn and look around for Catwoman. He arrived, but there is no one here. Right. Perhaps that was a mistake. So you did show. Her making way onto the roof. Right now, her going to land as her whip is still firmly at her side. And she does it to talk about it. She was happy that he did. She's got to be honest, she was not sure about trusting him. Though, her walking over and sitting on the ledge, turning her head and looking out, throwing one leg over the other. She's glad he did help. I mean, look at all this. Making his way over and looking out. Yeah. There's a lot to fix. Even before then, this place was a shithole. It was. But it's home. Got them raised? Native. Why? Me too. I've seen a lot from this town, but this definitely takes the cake. Though, what about you? I've seen a lot too. Trust me. It's been hard. I find that a little hard to believe. You seem comforted by it. You flow. You're strange. You move with a grace, if that makes sense. You are. You do. I'm a thief. I need to know how to investigate things, track them down, figure out patterns. But you don't have a very good pattern. But at the same time, you do. You could have arrested me, but you didn't. You arrested those crazy bastards. As far as I'm aware, you've encountered the Joker? I have. Then you see my concern. I mean, it's crazy, you know? It is. Listen, there's a way to hopefully end all of this. Is there? Her turning, looking directly at him, leaning forward and expressing. If he's got a way to figure out how to stop this, to get them all help, to save these people, then it would be a good thing to know. It's not that simple. Then what is it? Black Mask or the Falcone crime family. One of them might have politicians in their pocket. Maybe both. So, I need you to figure out the accounts, to look into it. I'd be willing to help you out, give you access to some of my resources in order to stop them. They're paying people off. That's why the National Guard hasn't helped out Gotham. That's why heroes pulled out of here and haven't come back. That's why the heroes who came here are labeled as vigilantes. They ignored orders to come help people. The battle junkie bitch, Mirako, was it? I'm not happy about dealing with her. She's still trying to fight my ass. Not surprised. She knows you're a thief, a criminal, and that you tangle with me. That I walk the tango? Tangled. Tango. I like that one better. Her standing, stepping forwards and bringing her hands up. Deku grabbing them, both, before she can put them on his shoulders. He's being serious about this. Right now, a lot's happening in Gotham. He can use her assistance in taking it down. Then people can get back home. Things can go back to normal. They can start to rebuild. Children can be safe in beds again. Parents won't have to worry, look over their shoulders, and be fearful about what's going to happen to them or their children. Mothers, fathers, all of them can be safe again. You're right. I don't like that you're right. So what do I have to do? I'll give you access to some of my resources. All you have to do is track down those people, find the accounts, and hopefully empty them. Shut them down. Fine, that's fair. Get into contact with that rich boy. Make sure he has some sort of Gotham Foundation. I can channel the funds there. Noble. Corruption built this city. If it's going to do something good, use that blood money to stack bricks. Her shrugging her shoulders, talking about it. She likes the challenge. And right now, he has turned into a challenge. Her bring another hand up. Right now, pulling it free of Deku's grasp and tapping on the symbol. You dress as a bat. Why? Simple. Strike fear. Is that true? Her leaning forward. Deku, a little annoyed that she is getting in his personal space. You know, I saw how you looked at that kid. You sympathize. That's not some look that you can fake. Real sympathy. You've been there before. You've lost someone, people to the city. The city eats a lot of people. Don't let it eat you. Her planting a kiss on his face. Deku going to be alarmed before she does go to pull away and turn. Rhino, her leaping off as Deku, does see his utility belt on her right hand. And he does a look down and see what she did. Him annoyed, but a grin spreading across his face. His calm's chiming back on. She'll take this for her trouble. She will need it if the Batman's gonna be in two places at once. She might return it, but then again, he took something of hers. It's only fair. Till next time, hopefully, well, they do a little bit more than just this little game. And Deku doesn't respond. Him turning and going to look out at Gotham. Turning his head all around. The city needs Batman. And right now, Batman, he's lucky to have a spare belt. Heading back to Arkham. The night, it's still young. And the night still does have a lot of things they need to handle. And with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed. And have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.